Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. We have here our monthly vintage in ELD Open featuring Craig on Outcome versus DJ on Canadian Moon. Prismatic Vista to grab a basic mountain. And Mox Emerald for a card that gets Force of Willed. I forget the name of it. It does 1 damage every time they play a non-creature spell. And Craig plans on playing a bunch of non-creature spells. Jams down a turn 1 Monastery Mentor. That card is actually restricted in Vintage. A 4 of in Legacy, but in Vintage they decided it was a bit too much. Now Dak Faden coming down. We'll see what he does here. Pluses it. Discarding Blood Moon in a Narset. Planeswalker is not likely to be safe for long here, given the Monastery Mentor on the other side. And now Time Twister, creating a Monk token and giving both players a fistful of new cards. Jay, being a good sport, breaks out some Monk tokens here for Craig. That Rasputin? It looks like it's meant to be Rasputin. 7 cards apiece here. Out come the more broken of these two decks. Canadian Moon really looking to kind of arrest your opponent's mana base. Null Rod and Blood Moon use Dak Faden to create some overwhelming card advantage over time. Narset to shut down their engines. Preordain. Keeping them both, and Dak Faden getting brushed aside by this Monastery Mentor. Lightning Bolt takes the Mentor down. Still some Monk tokens on the battlefield. Soul Ring. We are keeping track of Storm. Paradoxical Outcome. If this resolves, this should do it. And there we go. Paradoxical Outcome would be able to pick up all of those artifacts, drawing Craig a ton of cards, but also allowing him to replay them, triggering all of the prowess abilities of those Monk tokens. And DJ quickly finds himself behind a game here. Both of these players sporting mats from an ELD Open. Greg with a Mjolnir design. DJ with rune styled off of Odin's Eye. So both Norse mythology themed. Old Gods, the new playmat accessory company that'll be launching late this year. I am currently accepting commissions. A lot of work to be done there, building out website, photography that needs to be done for it. But you do see the playmats here on camera. It was all in-house with quality leather and very expensive laser. Every ELD Open the champion gets a playmat to immortalize their victory. This is actually part of the ELD Vintage Open right now, so players may end up with a playmat. Rich Shea actually won an Old School Open and recently put his up. Watching this in August of 2019, we're doing a raffle for his leather playmat. Hoping to raise a bunch of money for the IOCC. Charity doing work all over the world. Really the some of the worst places in the world, including Syria. Panic Island, along with Mock Sapphire for DJ. Preordains setting up his future turns, but Craig says, I'd rather take those turns, thanks. Time Walk. See what he can do with it from here. He does have access to Red Blast and perhaps some pitch counters there on the left side of his hand. Mana Crypt. Paradoxical Outcome for just 2. And that is successfully countered by that Red Blast. Greg opting to make a land drop after. Basic Island. Mana Crypt now threatens to push his life total down. Sensei's Divining Top, a very important card in this deck. Setting up future draws, but also comboing very well with the Paradoxical Outcome itself. Tap top to draw and respond with Paradoxical Outcome to net even more cards. Narset, worth fighting over here. We've got a Force of Will and an attempted Force of Negation. DJ being reminded that it is in fact his turn. Force of Negation good, but not quite that good. It actually cannot be used to defend your spells like Narset. And Craig winning that war. Sensei's Divining Top back down. Narset, a very, very problematic card for Outcome. It plans on drawing a ton of cards, and when I say drawing, it's actually drawing them. It is not putting cards in hand. Thing of the like, it is actually just drawing. Damage now for Craig. His Divining Top, necessitating that he pass the turn. And now Dig Through Time. Very powerful effect here, restricted in Vintage. The best 2 out of these top 7, not quite as powerful as Paradoxical Outcome. But, you know, effectively 2 mana. There is that. Ancestral now for DJ, and he seems to be pulling very far ahead here. Adding 5 new cards to his hand. Is tapped out. Demonic Tutor here. Force of Negation this time. We'll get it. And now Tinker. Whoa, Bolas's Citadel. This could get ugly very fast. This Tinker resolving. And we're going to be in for potentially a real show here. Craig with 10 life left to work with. Soul Ring. Mystic Remora. Mox is no life. Mana Vault is 1 life. I don't believe he's made a land drop yet. Kemble. What a turn of events here. Craig at 4 life. Kemble. A brutal card here, giving him life back, potentially. Paying the upkeep on Mystic Remora. And now Future Sight-esque in its ability to play cards off the top. Of course, with Future Sight, you actually have to pay the mana. Here, it's just the life. Kemble turning sideways. DJ really not incentivized to play any cards here. Brainstorm. Worth noting, if that was an instant on top, he could have potentially responded with it. However, at only 2 life of too many cards fit that bill that he'd actually be playing. Put some cards back on top and keep this ball rolling. Now to Fury. Got Snapcaster. Targeting Reb. That's going to give a card draw off of Mystic Remora and 2 more life for Kemble. Tendrils now. I am not sure how many cards this is, but it's a few. And this life is very dangerous, even though it's not going to be lethal for DJ. Going to give Greg the ability to churn through his deck even more. Though he's passing. All right, I did not anticipate that. I would have thought he would have been able to play some more stuff off the top of his deck with that newly gained life. DJ recognizing that he is not the beatdown here. This Snapcaster likely better at blocking Kemble than it is at lowering Craig's life total. DJ will not win this race as it currently stands. Remora very much a problem. Giving Craig extra cards. He's got a clock. He's got a draw engine. Craig just in incredibly good shape here. Narset now. And that is going to do it. DJ looked like he was in good shape for a little bit, and then that Tinker just completely blew the game wide open. Bolas's Citadel showing some incredible power. Showing some of his sideboard options. He was prepared for the matchup, but the power level just a bit too high there on Craig's draws. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.